It is the 20th of August, so a bit of an update on the garden. So pole beans are still doing very well. I changed up the irrigation system, and so now they're getting a lot more water, and I am pulling down about 4 pounds of beans every week. So be ready to do another pick here on Saturday or Sunday, and they just keep on coming. I still have a couple of flowers that are still popping out from time to time, so the bees have been very busy. Not a lot of flowers up near the top, so maybe I'm getting near the end of the run. Down below, same kohlrabi that were there before. Really have done not much of anything. They're only the size of a little bigger than ping pong balls, so not terribly successful. This is some more red lettuce and salad bowl lettuce that I just planted in here about 2 weeks ago. Be a bit bitter right now, but another month it'll have cooled down and it should be nice and tasty. So some critter has been chewing on it. I think it's the birds, because there's a lot of birds around, because some idiot planted a bunch of birdhouses at the side of the house. That would be me. So salad bowl lettuce, Rhapsody, that is spinach, and then there is some arugula over there, which is just a fun word to say. All the cabbages have been pulled and they're in the fridge. So I've put in some peas, hope to get a fall crop of peas out of this cage. They're doing actually fairly well. I think the cage is protecting them from the bird attack, but there is a lot of bird damage. It's the pigeons come down in here and they start pecking on the leaves, but once they get a little bigger they are able to handle them. So I have a couple of beetroot I threw in there that's really growing for the leaves. Purple kohlrabi's been doing a little better. I only planted these here about a month and a half ago, so they should swell up as it cools down. And some more Rhapsody lettuce, spinach, and arugula. The arugula, a lot of flea beetle damage. There's these little black beetles you can kind of barely see by my thumb, but they just chew everything to bits. So what are you going to do? Can't do too much about it. Roma tomatoes, I packed them way too close together. They're starting to turn red now, so I've already done a pick on them yesterday, and now they're at the point where there's lots of them getting picked every day, or getting to the point where I can pick a lot of them every day. So this is so that's the Roma tomato patch. So there's lots going on there. They don't get a deep red, they just kind of stay kind of orange, but so that's only about as red as they get. So I'll start picking them here soon as well. We'll start having some salsa. So this bed had all the beetroot in it. The beetroot's all pulled, so now I'm mixing in some broccoli. Maybe I'll get some fall broccoli and radishes. This is iceberg radish. So they're down there. They'll make radishes about 5 inches long. And the main reason I've grown them is the flea beetles love to attack the radishes, but it keeps them off of the broccoli to some degree. So this is a trap crop. You grow them so that the beetles will attack those plants. But as it cools off, the flea beetles are going to become less active and won't be concerned. Carrots, not going to bother growing carrots again. Take too much space, take too long, don't give you very much product when you're finished. Just a mess. Over here is a different variety of peas and some more cilantro that I've just set in there just to see how it does. The hope is that cilantro will actually survive the winter, so I'll keep that under cover. But this is getting decimated by the birds, so they're not in very good shape at all. But I wanted to see what would happen. More kohlrabi growing in the triangle bed. These are doing all right. The whites are kind of going a little wild, but the purple ones are forming balls. So that's a decent one. I've already picked a couple out of here. So these are about the size, a bit bigger than a pool ball right now. So another month or so, they should be in plenty good shape. Those are just the remnants of some gladiolas. Bit of basil I threw in there, and some strawberries. I'm getting a couple of late strawberries in there. Not too many, but I mean, they're just going to grow, aren't they? So then, this is eggplants. They got kind of a late start. I might get a couple, I might not. We'll see what happens. This is the bed that got some kind of herbicide contamination in it. A couple more beetroots thrown in there, again just so for the leaves mainly. And jalapenos. I've been picking a lot of jalapenos, so plenty of those. They eventually, as it cools down weather-wise, they'll turn more of a dark red color. Helps if I point the camera at them. Put quite a few in there. They're not super duper spicy this year, I'm not sure why. There's the parsley, plenty of parsley coming off, so that's great. Cucumbers, I've trimmed the hell out of the leaves, so not too many more cucumbers are going to be coming out of this. I think they got infested with the cucumber beetle. There's little black and yellow beetles, and so it's been killing off some of the vines that were really healthy just a week ago, and now it's been fairly decimated. But I think I have enough cucumbers to feed an army, so I'm not terribly upset. Cucumbers that are sneaking over on this side are still pretty green and flowering and lots going on, so that's fine. Banana peppers, lots of yellow banana peppers. These are lovely crunch to them, so they're just great. You can just snack on them. Fairly filly up too, so no shortage. Lots of basil. I've been picking it, drying it, cooking it, you name it, we're doing it. Cherry tomatoes, there's 3 different kinds in here. A cherry, there's a Chadwick cherry, and then there's a yellow one, which somehow managed to get into the seed packet, which I don't mind. They're fairly tasty. But that's just one plant that has ended up being yellow. And down below, some more kohlrabis. They keep very well in the fridge, so growing a lot of it. Another one down there, it's about the size of, I don't know, the pool ball again. But so many tomatoes. The neighbors came over yesterday, had them pick as many as they wanted, and it barely made a dent. And more broccoli thrown in there. Oh, broccoli getting crushed by a kohlrabi. Don't want that. Come out to fuck. Pardon my language. Alright, leeks are still messy. Now that I know how long it takes leeks to grow and how much space they need, I will give them more space and give them longer. So this is the second crop that was in this bed this year, so they need a lot more time and space. So that's okay. I was multi-sowing and picking out lots of them. More basil. There was cilantro there earlier in the year. And these beans are still doing fine. There's still lots of beans being produced. I don't see any flowers right now, but there's still little beans still being produced. God, so many tomatoes. I pulled all the dill out of here a couple of days ago, and I've been lots of dill seeds that have been going into the pickle jars. So that's nice. Oh, now the back wall. Sunflowers are about 9 or 10 feet tall. Very good. I had pickling cucumbers all along the back fence. I've pickled something like 4 gallons of pickles, so that's enough for anybody. So lots of nice sweet peppers growing back here. Jalapenos. Lots of bell peppers. More bell peppers. More bell peppers. Peppers, peppers, peppers. Yeah, that's fairly nice. The grapes are doing fairly well back there in the back, so well done there. And hot peppers. Flowers are in there just to attract the pollinators, so that's good. Yeah, so the pickling cucumbers, not really any difference between the pickling cucumbers and the other style. They just have a thicker skin that gives them a bit more of a crunch. And they're growing everywhere. So on this side it gets a little bit more water, so they're in better condition than the ones on the north end of the field. Lots more banana peppers down here. I planted a lot of peppers and I had no idea what they were. I kind of have somewhat of an idea, but so that's all the peppers anyway. So lots to keep me busy.